Spartans! What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
Yo, gather around the arena. We are in the building. Let's go. We live. We said it's your boy Slasher. In the building, we got Lil Don Status. And in the building, we also got Insane quotes. Let's go. We are back. It is Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week, yo. Hope everyone's feeling good. Hope everybody's having an amazing day so far today. Shout out to everybody that's about to tune into the podcast after this live or even on our social medias. We appreciate you guys. Also, don't forget to go ahead and click that like button, share the streams out, also comment down below and hit that bell icon and make sure you get notified every time we upload and or go live. And on top of that, subscribe. You know the vibes. You know, let's go right into the clip. Let's come right into that clip real quick. We back.
Subscribe.
Do it.
Go down
Do
there.
it.
Hit the bell icon at the same time and go check out our links. Go hit our links. Check out
right now. Do it.
Hit all those links.
all the links.
So, everybody, we are missing one person, which is Royalty Rodriguez. Unfortunately, but we're hoping he'll be here as we continue. But we appreciate everybody being here. Shout out to everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to seriously like the streams, share them out for us. We truly appreciate it. With that being said, how y'all feeling today? It's Friday. It feels nice as hell outside. It's a beautiful day.
I might go bike riding later.
It's beautiful. I just went down, and it was beautiful. Way more than yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. It's spring. Spring's coming fast.
I'm gonna go streaking.
You know where?
I'm gonna go streaking.
He goes, we going zipping. So, guys, everyone's topic today is something fun. It's something interesting. It's something that not a lot of people want to talk about. But we're talking about the nostalgic days. We're bringing it back to the 90s.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the 90s, 80s babies out there. Even 2000s. Because
Early 2000s.
Early, yeah. You had to be like right in the early stages. Such as myself.
You in between.
Facts. I was in the early stage of 2000s. But we appreciate everybody here. Today is going to be fun. We're talking about, things that are just interesting to us. Obviously everybody has some type of toy that's old school, vintage, whatever the case is, you have it. I understand how most people can go ahead and throw out most of the toys, but they never throw out every single thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I guess I threw out most of mine, but we got at least 2 things left in this house. Maybe a little more, but they're probably hiding somewhere. But the things I know right now, we got 2 things that are old. The Wonder Woman cookie jar, and we got I got the Ric Flair doll from WWE back in the days.
The hard one? The hard plastic one or the rubber one?
No, the hard plastic joints.
Oh, them shits you saw. Yo, you hit someone in the head with that.
I got the what? I got the woo.
You got the heavy ones. But
those are the things I have so far. Like, speak about what you have so far that that you can.
Yeah, for me, I got some old Star Wars toys. Still, I got my Millennium Falcon.
Mm-hmm. Which is on the thumbnail, by the way, those that are watching this.
Yeah, it's on the thumbnail. You're watching this. My Millennium Falcon. I was a big Star Wars fan, and I'm still am a big Star Wars fan. So I have plenty of those. I have some old school Power Ranger toys.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the one where you press the button and the head flips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got them? Dang, you got the old joints.
That's
This is the
wild.
old
That's
joints.
fire though. Those were the good ones.
Press the button. Yeah, man. Ain't
I
nothing
remember
like the old school toys.
hell no. The ones now, they look kind of weird. They definitely don't
Yeah,
look
they
old school. The material is mad fugazi, you know what I mean? Those everybody that was in the 90s and shit, we all know that the plastic they used was like murder plastic because that shit was not the way it is now. Most of the plastic now it hurts, but it's very flimsy. You can still break it. Back then the toys and everything that they had was like hard plastic, like epoxy, like what they call it. What's that glass that is so hard? Like it's ridiculous.
Glass.
Yeah, Pexi. There you go. That joint is ridiculous. I remember I cracked my cousin on the head with a old school Tonka truck. You remember the old Tonka trucks? How they were made out of plastic and then certain parts were actual metal. Yeah, my cousin had me tight one day. And I just boom, chucked it, caught him in the head. Boop. And yeah, the rest was history from there.
No, some old stuff right now that I have on my desk is like these are this two. I got three three little things. So if you were early 2000 or like somewhere around the 90s, early 2000, you remember the monies. You used to collect your figures, and you either used to customize them or they used to come customized. I got that. Used to get the small figures of the sneakers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have this shit is still in the bag. It's that Elvis Presley calls or the Brick Bears.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. I like that. See, those were the good days, man. They actually had things that looked dope, customizable. People that wanted, because back then, we all know when as the come up was going on, people just wanted things to look as creative and unique and dope as we could. So more thought went into them, more creativity went into them. So it was doper to have, whether it was a boom box or whether it was like toys, shoes, clothes, like whatever the case is. They try to make anything dope. Turntables, like different things like that.
Insane probably remembers that you say boombox. You remember when they came out with the big Transformer boombox? You was actually able to play radio.
Yeah, that shit was old.
Oh, speaking of Transformers, I had the freaking old school Transformer toys, or the old school Power Rangers. You know when they combined the Megazords together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you had the put together version.
I had the big one, the big toy. Like that shit was remote control, but with the wire though, it wasn't wired.
Oh,
yeah, it connected. Yeah,
that's wild.
But what is it with certain toys now that they look mad skinny as shit?
Yeah, and like all the
toys are mad ripped and shit.
Mm-hmm. Like they have more characters to the toys, like actual characters to the toy. Now, honestly, that's a very good question. I feel like now the reason why these toys are so like just skinny and like I guess they don't wanna like show these kids I don't know, like I guess they're trying to like prevent any sexual anything or whatever the case is, that's what I feel like that's why they're doing that. But a lot of toys that come with like body figures and stuff, they're just plastic, no character to it, no nothing.
Yeah, but that's why probably some of this generation now they freaking soft as shit.
Yeah, fuck you.
They definitely soft.
I'm not, bitch.
They dead ass is soft. Oh my god, he has abs on that toy. What is this, mom?
No, you heard. You know what's funny that you speak of that. You heard the on fucking TikTok, Gen Z trying to cancel Eminem for some old shit that he did. Like you're talking about shit that was done years ago.
Yeah, we heard of it.
You can't listen. You cannot cancel that.
It's not possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Lil Nas X started clowning everyone and shut everyone the fuck up.
It's impossible to do that.
You cannot cancel that man. He's been around for so many years.
Did Eminem ever come out with a toy? I think they did come out with figures for Eminem.
Yeah, no, because the only figures that Eminem came out with was when he was the whole G Unit shit, when they was making the 50 Cent toys and shit like that. And when 50 was making a game, I think they made one like actual fit because they made the for PlayStation 2. That was the only time I believe they started making figures of like G Unit and shit.
That's dope.
I ain't gonna lie, that game is tough. Bro.
Yeah, bro, I love Bulletproof. What? They need to remake that
Especially
shit.
when you shoot and in the slow motion. Yeah. That's just
Like, I feel like, yo, anybody that has the Eminem figure or the 50 Cent figure, definitely, they probably cost bread right now. Because if you really think of it, it's not being made still. Things that are not being made are things that cost money, or somebody's willing, like the right person's willing to pay a certain amount of money for it, you know? So I would never put that past that it's not worth money. Like, come on. Especially the biggest Eminem fan that may not have it. And we talking about the biggest Eminem fan that would want to, like, really wants it and doesn't have it. Like, come on. You know for a fact they putting bread on that.
Like, listen, like I have this, like if anybody has old school stuff, right, and they saving it, like I got, for example, I got this old Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, that's dope.
I don't have the actual thing on the back because it fell off after so many years. Look at the plastic; it's like man old and shit. But it's still in this container, so it's old school,
top condition.
It's like top condition. It hasn't been open or anything, besides from like the background. But besides that, you know,
I'm
the
pretty
old
sure
school.
like something like that, like a high
He said, hi, someone walked in his room.
No, my brother. Yeah, I feel like anybody that's a huge Star Wars fan, that really wants something like that, they would pay money for it, especially something that, like, people that collect, the collectors, they definitely would buy something like that because they want to add it to the, you know, collection. It's all about what somebody wants to add. You know what I mean? Damn, I had the toy in my head before my brother walked in. I was gonna say something. What was it? What toy was it? Oh, the G.I. Joe ones too. They don't make those no more.
Yes, they do.
Not the way they used to.
Not the way they used to.
I'm talking about like the unique ones, not like the fucking little pieces of bootleg shit that they got now. We're talking about like the real joints they made back then, like either the real figures or like they had just like the Boba Fett, they had the G.I. Joes that came in the collection with, you know, the different stuff to put on them, and they were like the huge figures. Like those are those are the original ones that they had from like back in the day. You know what I mean? Now it's just they come in like small little toys with, you know, minor stuff.
They had the small ones back in the days too. Like when you like pull the torso, there was like a hook with a rubber band in it.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
old school. They had like a hook in it with a rubber band that held the torso and the legs together.
Yeah, because they didn't have the plastic technology to like connect it and hold it in place. See, that's how you know they were innovative though.
You know what? Speaking of the rubber band, you just reminded me of the toy soldiers that came with the parachute. I used to throw them shits
too.
Yo,
they don't make them no more the way they used to either.
Yeah,
now,
bro.
It's not plastic. It's is it paper? I think they use paper or slash.
No, the figure is still plastic, but I don't know what the parachute is.
But that's what I'm saying. The parachute, not the figure.
The parachute. I don't know.
Out of some weird material that it don't fly the way it used to. Like you could chuck it all the way up in the sky and then it would literally catch air and come down mad slow.
I remember I did that shit in the house. That shit got caught in the ceiling fan. You just saw.
Those were so fun back then, bro. See, this is things that kids growing up nowadays won't know about because now their toys are just BS.
Yeah,
I had the bucket full of soldiers, bro. Like I used to make a whole war scene. Had everything with the cannon and all that. Everything, bro. Like, you got certain soldiers that stand a certain position with a sniper or one with the AK.
One
Mhm.
that
Like,
lays
yo,
down.
With the mat,
yeah, the
like the
laying
old school
down, the
mat.
falling,
Yo, you
the
know what you gotta
radio on
make
the
me
back.
do? You gotta make me go buy a bucket of soldiers just to fucking get that shit out. Just to get a bucket of soldiers.
Yo,
That
not
shit was
only
the
that,
best,
when you
man.
put it together with the mat, like the war, the little mat you could get that you put on under, and then you put them on top to create a scene. That's dope.
The fact
And you could get the
that we have,
barbed wire. They don't. I don't think they make the barbed wire no more either. The fake barbed
nah.
wire you could put up on
Mhm.
the board with them. That's crazy. See, this is like literally things that kids nowadays won't really experience or know. What about the little what about the race boards with the cars, but it had the wire connected to the controller,
Yeah,
and it
I
made
know
the
you're
weirdest
talking
noise,
about.
but them joints used to zoom, 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 zoom.
And on the bottom of the car, it had like little fibers that you put in between the cart.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the static and shit.
Yeah, that was the
And
energy.
if it didn't work, you had to mess with the little gray shit at the bottom. You gotta, I gotta make this work and put it in. Thing.
Or like
You see,
if it
That
didn't work
no, you
fully,
know what's funny that you're speaking of that? They try to remake that, you know that, right?
yeah,
I
they
don't,
try to
I don't know if you remember,
different ones.
but it kind of blew up. It was one that you was able to connect to your phone. That shit was fast, but it wasn't as fast.
Hey,
Hey, hello.
hey, look at this guy.
Jumac is muted. Jumac is muted.
He's in the water park.
You
There you go.
Hey.
Hello.
Traheads.
Welcome, Royalty Rodriguez, to the show.
How's the stream going?
It's going good
Going
so
good.
far. We're just reminiscing on different toys.
Yeah, we're talking
Sorry, I
about
wasn't
old
there on
toys.
time doing stuff. It's just that I was over here. You know, I didn't know I was gonna be stuck in the fucking pool and shit. But it's crazy over here. Check this out.
That's lit. Damn, Matt.
Mad heads. What the
Mad.
fuck? 6 feet apart.
Is the pool separated?
I didn't hear you. What happened?
Is the pool separated? Do they have like rows for people?
Yeah, they got seats and shit.
No.
No,
I mean the water.
Seats
Like,
and
the
cabanas. They
pool.
got like all
In the
this shit. They
pool.
got fat asses everywhere.
In the, let's see. Let's see.
Kai probably looked at him like, motherfucker. Does the pool have separation?
Say it one more time.
Does the pool have separation? 6 feet for everyone.
Oh yeah, it goes to 8, but it's a wave right now and it started now.
Now that's the wave pool.
Sasha,
Where is
down.
that? That's in New Jersey. Where is
Turned up
that?
out here.
That's dope though. It looks dope.
Where the culos?
The culos.
Yo, so what I'm gonna do is go change and I'm gonna jump back on with y'all.
Copy.
One more time.
Copy.
Oh,
Copy.
Yeah, copy. I heard you.
But those toy car joints, they did try to remake them, but I think we tried to buy one for last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago. And they try to reenact the cars that we had back in the day with the copper at the bottom, but it's not the same no more because it actually has energy and the the technology for it.
That's
So
what it
it
was.
didn't make any sense.
The car had magnets in it and it connected to the board, but the controlling was Bluetooth. You was able to do it from your phone, and I believe it also came with a controller too.
Oh, what's actually dope nowadays, I'm not gonna lie, is that Mario Kart joint. Like they have you could create your own real course and play Mario.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie,
I know what you're talking
that's
about.
actually pretty fire. Like you could create the actual course and then you set up the game, the game to your computer, TV, phone, whatever, and you could play it. And the car, you see the car actually moving in your house. The little car actually moves, but you're seeing like the virtual version on your screen of everything around it, like the game. But the thing in real life, what you see is the car going through the obstacle, which is actually That's actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at it and watching Dashy play, and I was like, "Yo, that's actually fire." See, something like that, that's dope. But like all the other stuff is just, I don't know. I'm
It's
looking
not
at
the
toys,
same.
bro, and it's just whack, bro. I'm like, damn. Like when I got a kid, I gotta
They
spend more
don't,
money on these shits. Like these toys ain't the
they
same.
don't, they don't make toys like they used to. Like especially like you hardly see any like whatever happened to the old school Hot Wheels.
Fact.
No,
The collections too. Especially the joints you could collect the cars in the big cases that look like trucks and different things that you could put
Mhm.
the Hot Wheels in. Like they don't have those either no more.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the tracks itself.
That neither.
This
That's
oh,
dope.
you got the Transformer.
The Transformer.
Yeah, but no, this is the new version, but they're making it
Yeah,
like the old. Yeah, so like
it looks
the
like
box is new. They're basically trying to remake the old school boxes, but it's not the fucking same.
You could tell they won't
What
ever
do you
be
think
the same.
about that?
It's not, bro. Like it's cool, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I know, cause back then the Transformers they were like more complex.
Yeah, you had to actually move everything, twist, with
Everything,
this. You just
twist,
gotta, bro.
everything.
It's 8
You
steps. You
just
literally
move
tell. It's 8
eight
steps
steps.
now,
We
bro. I
had like
remember.
100 steps.
Yeah, we had to sit there for like an hour. She'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yo,
Facts.
how do I
we
do
had
this?"
to rebuild them from the thing. You know what they still have to this day though is those car models that you can make yourself and then paint it. You gotta do all that. They still have those to this day. My boy collects those. He makes them because he's a mechanic himself, so that's like what he likes to do.
I did that with I had the Gundam Win,
Mm, that's fine.
the old school, just the anime one, the
Mm.
Gundam one, and it was like over 1,000 pieces, and you had to like glue them and everything.
Did
And
you
you
have
had to get all the what happened?
Did you have to paint those too?
Yeah, you had to paint them, and you had to glue it, paint it, and you got to be careful because they were mad delicate back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's
one little snap
damn.
would
You bringing
say,
me back. Like that's the fun thing that these kids won't really get to experience, bro. And that's what really annoys me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you really think of it, when you have, obviously in this case you already have your daughter, but me, if I have my kids, I'm probably gonna have to like find the right people to get the old school toys that my kids could like play with and see what we were playing with. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be dope. Of course, I'm gonna get the new stuff too because obviously it's inevitable not to. But
Yeah, made me go to my closet.
what?
So this is in the thumbnail already. This shit.
That's
And it's
dope.
all Japanese, Chinese. I believe Japanese. I believe. I may be wrong. I do not know. Most likely Japanese though. So yeah, there was this one. Like you could actually like this one. You could untransform it and actually turn into a robot. And then this is another like the one I showed you before. Shockwave.
They
And
try to recreate Shockwave.
no, still the old school version though.
it was a classic.
You could tell that they tried it. They tried,
Yeah.
but again, the box don't look like the way it really used to.
Not this shit.
That joint is dope.
This wasn't in the thumbnail. I was gonna put it in the thumbnail, but like most of the stuff I have is from fucking Japan. Look, it says the dates right here. Where is it?
Oh,
2000,
2007.
2008.
Oh, that's the Gundam. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Japanese version.
Mm-hmm. And then
Japan Japan. If you want to get the old school stuff, is where you go because Japan got all of them.
this is in the thumbnail too.
Optimus Prime, the real one.
And then it shows you how it transforms and shit.
Mm-hmm. That's lit. Oh, about to make me buy some stuff from Japan.
Yo, and then this shit.
Oh, that's official. I like that. Bumblebee.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I went to Universal Studios and they had a statue of Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, bro.
Big giant fucking
Three,
bro.
I think it was those, but I mean like the figure shop where you could buy like the actual figures or statues, whatever.
Mhm.
We came across the statue and one was 350, which was Bumblebee, and then
I
Optimus
would have
Prime
bought that.
was
I would have
about
bought that. I don't
450.
care.
I was like, yo, and it was official. It was a good size for the price too, and it looked dope. I was like, damn.
Bro.
Me and my mom would like, yo, we were both like, yo, should we get it? Should we get it? But at that time, we also needed money to save because, it was my brother's birthday, so obviously it was gonna be more spending to do.
No.
But damn, at that time, I was unemployed, so I didn't really have
I'm
money to like
I'm
buy
mad
it. If I
for
did, I
you.
would have bought it.
I am mad for you. I'm mad.
It's all good though, cause we're gonna go back and I'm gonna come back with a whole statue, like boom, put it on a pedestal, like
No.
that shit's gonna be official. But like, what's another toy that they had? Oh, y'all remember those it was like the not soccer boppers, it was a shoe. It was like a shoe, but it was like a trampoline. Like you put in the thing.
moon shoes. The moon shoes. Like I know that was the fake version, but I remember the real version.
I think I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name of it.
It was the moon shoes
basically
though.
trampoline shoes.
Yeah.
Where you could just, walk around and jump and different things like that. Those were old too. Soccer boppers were old. Little soccer bopper joints. And also what we're gonna do is we're gonna play we're gonna play a video of some old toys. We're gonna let that rock because wait, what happened to this? Okay. It's frozen. What happened? Everybody's here?
I'm right here. Insane. Yeah.
Oh, what about the old school recorders too? With the mic that flips out from the side. What about oh man, the wrestling mat, bro. With the ring around, what they call those, with the ropes that you're able to like pull back on the fighters. And the mat, you could like, if you push down on it or set a timer, it'll like jump them up.
Oh, you talking about like the WWE figures?
No, but the knockoff versions.
I know which ones you. Yeah, I remember. I used to have that shit.
Those were official.
That was cool.
Oh man,
that she whenever you push it down, that she would get stuck.
These were the shits. Actually, right now, what I'll do is I'm gonna play a video and share it.
Remember, share the sound.
Some 90s toys.
From the most popular toy.
The Furbies. Oh no.
Of the decade to the best-selling games console of the era, here are 15 of the most popular toys in the 1990s. Number 15. Beanie Babies. Originally launched in 1993 by Tie Inc., these stuffed toys quickly
The Beanie
became very
Babies were
popular
weird,
because of their collectibility.
but a lot of people did collect them
In
though.
1995, they were considered one of the hottest toys on the market. Each toy has an inner posable lining and is stuffed with plastic pellets, giving the Beanie Babies a flexible feel. The creator of the toy said the whole idea was for it to look real because it moved. In 1996, miniature versions of the toy were even sold.
You heard that, right? Because it moved like.
To celebrate that.
That's fucking weird.
3. Number 14. Buzz Lightyear.
See, look at the Buzz back then. See, that's how the old school version actually was.
The new Buzz shit don't even come down.
Selling out in only a few days.
It's stuck.
Unfortunately, because the producer of the toy didn't think that Toy Story would be that popular, they didn't make enough dolls to meet the demand.
You see the old school version, how he got plastic on him and shit?
Buzz Lightyear has even been into space with NASA to be on board the International Space Station in 2008. Number 13.
Bruh.
Tickle
I
Me
was
Elmo.
4.
The Elmo, bro.
I have that still.
By Tycho
The
Preschool.
old
had-
school
Tickle Me
Elmo.
Elmo quickly
Mhm.
became the latest must-have toy. When squeezed, Elmo would chuckle and vibrate like the crazy Muppet that he is. Due to the
Muppet.
unexpected demand, the doll was in short supply. Some instances of violence were reported over the limited stock, and even though the toy retailed at $28.99, many had been advertised for anything up to $1,500. Number 12. Pogs.
Jesus.
This was a popular game
Damn.
among
You
school
remember
children
those?
in the 90s.
Somewhat.
Players would build up a stack of pogs, then their opponent would then throw their slammer into the stack, causing the pogs to scatter. Each player would then keep any pogs that landed face up. The game of pogs possibly originated from Hawaii in the 1920s, or from a much earlier Japanese game called Menko from the 17th century.
I remember those.
Super Soaker.
Them joints-
Mad random.
In
I forgot he was
1982,
even
the
here.
Super Soaker water gun first went
That's
on
crazy.
sale in
How you forget?
1989. However, it wasn't until a complete rebranding in 91 that their popularity
The
soared,
water guns.
selling 2 million water guns just after their advertising campaign. The Super Soaker brand was further
Michael
popularized
Jackson.
by Michael Jackson, citing it as one of his favorite toys. These guns have been so popular ever since that the term Super Soaker is often used generically to describe any type of water gun. Number 10.
The water guns be lit.
Power Rangers.
Power
After
Rangers.
the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV show debuted on August the 28th, 1993,
Mhm.
it catapulted into popular culture.
The Green
and action
Ranger.
figures were released shortly after. These were snapped up by eager kids and are even still popular today.
You see the
With
figures?
an
Like
almost
those are the
cult
old school
following,
joints.
There have been Power Ranger TV series running from 1993 to the present day, 2 feature films, DV box sets, and a number of video games. Number 9. Polly Pocket. First designed in 1983,
These I don't remember.
the first Polly Pocket toys appeared in stores in
that's a chicky thing.
1989.
My
It
mom
wasn't
probably
until
would.
Mattel redesigned the series in 1998 that they shot up the charts to one of the best-selling toys of the decade. The new design of Polly Pocket used a mixture of rubber polystretch garments and hard plastic clothes that clipped together with magnets. Unfortunately, it wasn't until November 2006
Damn, they got a lot.
that 4.4 million Polly Pocket playsets were recalled by Mattel after children swallowed the loose magnetic parts. Number 8. Pokemon. After the Game Boy was
Pikachu.
first released in 1989, the creator of Pokemon, Satoshi Tajiri, first started designing a game concept based on the hobby of insect collecting, and he was onto a winner. The first internationally released game of the series,
Those are the Game Boy
Pokemon Red
versions.
and Blue, was released in 1998, and it soared to the top of the charts.
I remember that too.
1 million copies in the first year. The franchise now spans multiple video games, trading card games, animated television shows, movies, comic books, and toys. Pokemon
Those were
is the
the
second
joint.
most successful video game franchise in the world, and has so
See,
far
look, he got a- he got a
grossed in
lightning
excess of
tail.
$37 billion. Number 7. Nintendo 64.
Ooh,
Often
bro,
referred to simply
bro,
as
bro.
N64,
Hold on. Wait a minute.
and named
Who remembers those being in McDonald's with games you could play while you wait for your food?
What?
The Nintendos.
What McDonald's did you go to?
Bro, in New York, they had Nintendo gaming spots, and the McDonald's I used to go to in Brooklyn. Well, obviously where I lived, but there was a McDonald's, close to what was it? Close to the high school, Wyckoff, not Wyckoff, what high school?
Was it by Willoughby?
No, I forgot the thing, but in the McDonald's I used to go to, they dead ass used to have this Nintendo 64 and GameCube in the McDonald's, boxed off in like a hard plastic so nobody could get to it, but you would always be able to play the game. So anytime we went there, I was able to actually play a couple games or whatever while we waited for the food, and then we would dip. It was in like the child's playground area.
Oh no.
That shit was dope.
Nintendo 64. often referred to simply as N64 and named after its 64-bit CPU. This was originally released in 1996 and was the third gaming console by Nintendo.
Yeah, no,
Being
I
a
saw.
fifth-generation console,
Okay.
it competed with the PlayStation and Sega Saturn. This was one of the last gaming consoles to use cartridges as its primary storage format. Although not the most popular console of its time, the Nintendo 64 managed to sell over 32 million units and remain
FIFA
one of the most
64.
recognized video game systems in the
That,
world.
ew.
Furby. This
Fucking
electronic
Furbies and weird
robotic
ass
toy
shits.
was released in 1998 by Tiger Electronics. It resembles a hamster or owl-like creature, often thought to be copied
shit is
from
weird.
Gizmo from the 1984 movie Gremlins. These furry robots even had their own language called Furbish, but was programmed to start using English words and phrases over time, to resemble the process of actually
Furbish.
learning English. It was such a hot toy after its launch
Good.
that over 40 million Furbies were sold in the first 3 years. Furbish has since been translated into 24 languages and is still a very popular toy today. Number 5. Sega Genesis. Also known as the Sega Mega Drive in most regions outside North America, this was a 16-bit home gaming console.
That was
the
the
third
shit.
console to be produced by Sega. Being a fourth
I had that.
generation console, it
There used
competed
to
with the
be
Super Nintendo and the Neo.
there used to be a piece they used to put on top of that, and it used to play even or like cartridges that looked like square, like
Yeah.
square cartridges,
Those were.
and you play
I have a couple of them in my living room.
like
have-
California games.
I have the old school, the ones you were talking about, the square joints. I got them in the living room. We got a couple of games. This is
That's the shit.
Neo Geo.
I should have took a
Japan,
picture
the
with
Mega Drive didn't
those.
fare well against the competitors. However, due to the extensive library
I
of
forgot we
games
had
and
those shits.
exclusive
I could have fanned them out in my
series,
hand.
it
All the
did manage
games.
to achieve considerable success in North America and Europe, managing to sell over 40 million units. Number 4. Super Nintendo. Also known as SNES or Super Famicom in Japan and Super Convoy in South Korea. This is the second home gaming console from Nintendo.
They sell those
Being a
joints though.
fourth generation console, it competed with the likes of Sega Genesis and Neo Geo.
I got that one.
Despite its relatively late start and the fierce competition from the Sega Genesis in North America, the Super Nintendo was a global success, becoming the best-selling console of the 16-bit era. They managed to sell 49 million units, and the SNES remained
Jesus.
popular well
Dope.
into the 32-bit era. Number 3.
Made that money.
Tamagotchi. These
Tamagotchi.
handheld digital pets designed in Japan became a huge global success in the 90s. The pets would go through several stages of development from an egg right through to adulthood. They would need constant attention, such as feeding them virtual food and playing with them. Poor care of the Tamagotchi would result in the virtual pet dying. Several versions of Tamagotchi were released, and over 76 million units have been sold. Number 2.
I remember that.
PlayStation. Commonly known
PlayStation.
as the PS1. This was the first
You see the
home
old
gaming
school
console in the
SD
Sony
card up
PlayStation
top?
series.
Keep the
As
data
part
on
of
it.
the fifth
Yep.
generation of
My
gaming,
grandmother still has
its
her
main
PlayStation
competitors were the
with the
Nintendo
SD card.
64 and the Sega
Wow.
Saturn. Aimed
She
at a
plays it
slightly
sometimes,
older
too.
audience than the competition and having a much larger selection of games available, the PlayStation became the first computer entertainment platform.
Look at all these games, bro. Tony Hawk. They had the Let me see, because the screen on this is small.
Die Hard was my shit.
They got Army Man. Oh man, what
Die
about
Hard,
what about
Tekken,
Dive Mirror? You ever played it?
Die Mirror,
Mm-hmm. Dave Mirror. Freestyle
Dave
BMX.
Mirror. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah, we got the SmackDown. That was a shit. We got the WF.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, they got the old school joints. They got Rainbow Six, the old version. The old version.
That was the shit.
That is so crazy, bro. Golf, like Die Hard was a shit for a fact.
Word.
They got the good shit.
100 million units. Even the Microsoft chairman at the time, Bill Gates, preferred Sony's consoles, saying our game designers like the Sony machine. Number 1. Game Boy.
Bow.
This 8-bit handheld gaming
That was the
device
shit
from
right there to
Nintendo
have.
was originally released in 1989, when the very limited stock sold out
I
in the
definitely
United
had that.
States within a few weeks. It wasn't until the global release in 1990 and the development of games such as Pokemon Red and Blue that the Game Boy shot to the top of the charts. The Game Boy was such a success that in 1998 they released a new Game Boy Color that featured a colored screen. Combining the massive success of both devices, they managed to sell over 118 million
That's
units
so official.
worldwide.
Remember the clear
That's
Game
it
Boy?
for this 90s countdown. As always, thanks for watching.
For that shit.
Oh man, let's go. That was lit. Oh, see, that was a blast to the past for us right there. But
Oh,
we're gonna go with these questions now. First question up right here.
Let it go back around.
Mhm.
How do
we
and the listeners
and the
feel?
listeners feel about reboots and quotes changes from the 90s classic?
Well, classics in general, not only 90s.
How do you feel?
That's very well. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like recently, I seen Ninja Turtles and they fucking changed They said they some shit now, but they don't say Cowabunga no more. It's like some cow with some shit. Oh no, Kawafugi.
What,
some shit like that.
Kawasaki?
Yeah, they say some shit like that.
California.
Yeah, they say,
Kawasaki.
yeah, there we go. I'm like, bro, they do not do that right now.
Yeah, they don't say the original quote no more.
Like,
Which don't make
what's the
sense
point
because
of
it's offensive. Like, the fuck?
I
No,
don't
they
like.
didn't say,
I don't
they
like.
didn't say it was
the new
offensive.
Ninja
They said
Turtles.
some shit. What'd you say, Insane?
I don't like. I don't like the new Ninja Turtles at all.
Mm-mm.
I mean, dude, what do you think about the live action movie they made? I'm not gonna lie, the live action was actually pretty cool, the way they did it. But they made the Ninja Turtles look mad, like steroid looking and weird. Like, what the fuck?
The Turtles.
Compared to the old school
I mean,
live action version,
if you look at the old school movie of Ninja Turtles, they had it wasn't CGI. They were actually
That
wearing
was
suits.
yeah, they were wearing the suits and they were puffy and shit.
And it used to be hard to breathe in that shit and then move.
Mm-hmm.
So that took a lot of talent for the people that even wore the costumes and to do backflips and tricks like that with them. Like, bro,
And nobody
kudos to you.
will ever. Well, not everyone. I don't want to say nobody, but not everyone will give them, like that benefit of the doubt. Like, yo, you did that. You did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
That's
actually did that. And back then, they didn't have no breathing, anything, no breathing room. What about the old school Easter Bunny from back in the day? Like, he looked like a killer Easter Bunny. He didn't look like a cute.
talking about Donnie Darko.
I don't know the name, but
Donnie Darko, the Killer Bunny.
I'm not good with the name, but
Donnie Darko.
But yeah, like that motherfucker was creepy.
Yeah, Donnie Darko. He was supposed to be a killer bunny. Yeah,
motherfuckers was weird,
bro. Yeah, Donnie Darko, bro. Me and my dad bought the whole suit before for Halloween.
You tripping?
That shit was funny. We still got the mask somewhere.
I remember that. What was the other quote that they changed? Oh, I think they weren't they talking about remaking Thundercats?
I heard something like that. I don't know if it was Thundercats though. I heard
they need to, if they're gonna do that, they need to go hard.
Yeah, for real. Oh, one thing I'm mad about. They're not doing they're not doing Transformers anymore, right? they're stopping Transformers as of right now.
Weren't they supposed to
Why is
be?
that?
Didn't they just announce that they're doing another one?
Mm-mm.
Because the way the storyline left off, they have to
Yeah,
do.
no, basically, okay, so after the last night, basically it's backwards. Bumblebee is supposed to be the first Transformers movie. Obviously, if you've seen it, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes Bumblebee, Transformers 1, Transformers 2, Transformers 3, Transformers 4, Transformers 5, which is the last night. Or is it? I don't know. But it's like, there's a lot. That's all you need to know. Basically, after the last night, there's supposed to be another one. But the dude who makes it, Michael Bay, he said he wanted to take a break from Transformers. So he's stopping Transformers to work on other shit. Finish the story.
That's dumb.
Finish it. You're almost there.
Bumblebee finally got his voice back on the last movie.
And I'm mad.
He
You
got
know
his
why?
voice
And that's a fact. Well, Bumblebee did get his voice back. But I'm mad. Because after the last night, you know who's supposed to come back?
back.
Well, he already came back.
But
Who, Megatron?
Fuck, well,
Megatron was already there. Remember, he
turned into
they looked like
Galvatron.
he did die, but he didn't.
He didn't die. He took over Galvatron. So Galvatron is Megatron. So, yeah. You're making me want to break down the whole story right now. And I'm not trying to go on a movie rant. But basically, so the one before the last night, obviously Mark Wahlberg, but the one before the last night when Galvatron came to life, the bugs went into Megatron's bugs went into Galvatron, which turned Galvatron into Megatron.
Mm-hmm. He didn't die.
Yeah, so Galvatron is dead, but it's Megatron in all reality.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Oh, and then, bro, Unicron. Unicron was supposed to come through the Earth, bro.
But do you think they're gonna make him?
Unicron is a world. You know that, right?
Not him. That's why I said not him. I caught myself say not him. That's why I said what? Not him.
So then, what was you asking?
Do you think that they're gonna add it?
Add what?
Unicron, nigga.
Unicron is already there. The horns that came out the Earth in the last night is Unicron.
I didn't say the word.
The horns that was coming out the Earth. You remember that, right?
Okay, but do you? And then remember they cut it off though at the last episode.
At the end, okay.
At the movie.
You remember
now?
Okay. You know when Optimus and Bumblebee hit that chick, whatever the fuck her name was, out the ship, and she hit Earth?
Yeah, I forgot her name.
The ending scene of her saying Earth is Unicron. That's why Cybertron been trying to get to Earth, because Earth is Unicron.
And he still has to protect it.
Yeah. But they have to activate it. Optimus and everyone gotta activate it.
Yeah, but that's what. But at the end, they left off after they defeated that chick. And remember, Optimus Prime was bad. Everybody thought he was gonna die, but he didn't die.
They turned him good after that.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Unicron is not the planet.
But in the movie version, not the cartoon. Not the cartoon.
We're not talking about. Yeah,
we're not talking about the cartoon. I know in the cartoon he's not. In the movie version, I'm talking about the Michael Bay version.
Never even showed Unicron.
What?
Steven, go watch the last night. At the end of the movie, the chick that Optimus and Bumblebee hit out the fucking thing.
His creator. That was the girl that said.
Yeah, the quote unquote creator. She goes, Earth is Unicron. That's why there's horns coming out the Earth. Remember, Unicron had horns.
Yeah, but Unicron's supposed to be a villain, a real villain, not like the planet.
But Unicron isn't good or
Galvatron.
Unicron isn't Autobot or Unicron. I mean, Unicron isn't Autobot or Decepticon. He's in between. He can't choose sides, but he can fight for whoever he wants to fight for.
Yeah, and he brought back. Are you sure he wasn't a Decepticon?
You're
No.
talking about the cartoon version still. We're not talking about.
Okay.
That's what we're saying.
These
We're
are
not
all,
talking
that was all the cartoon version. We're talking about the movie.
the
version.
movie, the Michael Bay version.
They
The
tried
Michael
to
Bay
they tried to
version.
do everything. They changed everything. Remember, they in the movies they didn't fully follow
Yeah.
the storyline of the cartoon. He changed up everything for the movie.
That's why we're
But,
talking about the Michael Bay version.
but we're
They said
getting
it was
off
gonna be
topic
rated
though because
differently.
we're
Yeah.
talking about classic movie
So-
shows. But anyway,
Yeah. But it's still kind of in a way classic. Oh, that's a
It
good point
is,
there. How they
but-
change storylines.
there you go.
That's.
I mean, but we liked it though. Even
Yeah,
though
it's
they
a good
changed
storyline,
we
but-
did like, even though they should have stood to what the storyline was in the cartoon, which would have made more sense. But at the end of the day, with this, they did go with it, so they got the benefit of the doubt for it. But now he's talking about taking a break, but that don't make sense though, because he still has to finish off what it left off on. You can't
Yeah.
just leave the whole franchise and go work on something else. When
You
you
remember? And okay, Steven knows this. Steven couldn't even answer this. In the cartoon version, Michael Bay is still missing when Hot Rod turns into a prime and when Bumblebee ends up turning into a prime for a little bit.
Mhm.
Bumblebee turns into a prime, and then
But that's years within the making.
Yeah, I know.
Bumblebee changes.
Yeah.
I know that's what I'm saying. When Optimus dies in the movie Transformers movie cartoon version, when Optimus dies, Optimus gives it to Hot Rod. No, Bumblebee first, and from Bumblebee gives it to Hot Rod.
Mm-hmm.
So Bumblebee would have been a prime, but he gave it a Hot Rod, so Hot Rod could become Rodimus Prime.
But in the movie too, they showed a clip, like a short back clip of
We
Bumblebee
hear you now.
being at that.
I'm outside of the other side. I'm not.
Huh?
What? Wait,
Wait, what? You talking to us?
I don't know. But continue.
Your audio cut out. His audio could just cut out completely.
I know he's muted himself.
Oh,
But,
it didn't pop up for a good minute. I was
yeah.
confused. Okay.
Continue what you were saying.
But they showed like a mini flashback of
Yeah.
what happened. But nobody paid attention to it. But also those that didn't watch the cartoon wouldn't know. That's why they were just like, "Oh, cool." But I'm pretty sure. I mean, if they knew, they would be like, "Okay, that's it." They showing like little mini flashback
Mhm.
cartoon, but that's only people that watched it and knew. But
You know what's
It
funny?
is.
Now that you say that, I wanted to take a compilation of all the quotes at the end of every Transformer movie that Optimus said, and I wanted to put them together to see if it says something. But then I never really done it. I was like, I got lazy.
I wouldn't doubt it if it did. But if that was the case, it would have blown up on like YouTube because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure a lot of
Well, I don't know. Well, I never heard anyone do it personally.
people just go search it up. Mad people do it. Well, those that are like movie heads that have a YouTube or whatever. There's people that try to debunk if there's certain context of what at the end or storylines, shit like that. They try to put it together.
Yeah, but no, they all put it together, but they're not like searching to see if they find something hidden to like an East. Like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what I wanted to do, to like deep search. But they have all the speeches, but they're not like deep searching and thinking into it.
Yeah.
But
Let's move on to the next topic.
Yes,
though.
sir.
The next
So
topic
the next
is
question: does the new edition of the classic look better than the originals? No.
it depends.
Classics are always going to be
Sometimes
classic.
Sometimes it depends.
I
Old
was
school
gonna say, you
toys.
can't be. You gotta be like, you gotta look at it. Very certain.
It depends.
shows, it's like, okay, it's cool, but not all of them. Definitely not all of them, because some of them that try to like reboot shit, they do it horribly, and then they definitely don't make it look or feel the same way it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did good with the
Everybody's trying to move with
Animaniacs.
the
They
times.
definitely did good with Animaniacs. I'm not gonna lie. They recreated Animaniacs. They did good with it, but what's another one?
That's what you think to me.
Exactly, that's what I said,
Felt
they
the
did
same
good
to
with it.
me.
How do you feel about the remake of the old school Transformers that they have on Netflix?
Wait, what?
A new
They
one,
have
the Transformer Prime.
The
shit.
remake, yeah, the remake of the old school Transformers on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah. I
How
see
do you feel?
that. It's like the
How do you
Prime.
feel about it? How do you feel about that?
It was actually good. I don't mind.
Like,
I
yeah,
don't
like
mind.
I personally liked it. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't that bad.
I don't mind upgrades, but it depends.
Actually,
You should always stick to the storyline. You know what I'm saying? You should never
Yeah.
just like try to make it into your own shit. Like that story never, that line never existed and shit. Because then people, your fans is just not gonna like it.
Exactly. Like it don't make sense all the time for shit like that. Because like I said, if somebody's gonna do it, you need the right person to do it. Because if not, it don't make sense. Because then they're not gonna follow the storyline, or they're gonna ruin it by trying to add some extra shit to it that doesn't really add up to where they're trying to like really reach at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where they mess up themselves sometimes. Is they add on more to it and they mess it up because they're not getting to the point of where they need to be to continue to the next story. Like that's where they fuck it up. But what's another show? I think they were talking. Weren't they talking about recreating Cat and Dog?
Hell no, don't.
I feel like see if they do that, they're contradicting themselves and like the internet, because at the end of the day, everybody's like, oh, we can't have none of these no more because it's so pervertive and all this other stuff. So if you're talking about recreating it and then trying to do it, it doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, you're either not gonna be able to do it, or they're gonna get in trouble for it. But yeah, that's what I feel on that. But that's what it's all a preference. But at the end of the day, we all old heads and we like the storylines and what we grew up on. So obviously for us, it's like, nah, they should have stood to it. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't even bother messing with it and trying to revamp it to nowadays. Like keep it back then. That's it.
I wouldn't mind nowadays. Like if things are being revamped, like I said, always stick to the storyline. I wouldn't mind extra graphics or extra fight, all that crazy wild shit. But if we can't get that, make that shit original. Just keep to the old school. Like Power Rangers, I think they have to stay original. You can't you can't go crazy with Power Rangers just like they did. Because when they made the movie, well, the last movie, it was alright. But when it comes to the new movie, the first movie that came out, everybody and their mother thought that was like the best shit that came out. But then no other Power Ranger movie out there topped it ever. Never topped it. Not Turbo, not the Turbo, not the Psycho Rangers version or nothing. None of those.
Nothing.
And they're
not original. They're not original.
They're not.
The Power Ranger, the Power
Exactly.
Ranger movie, the first Power Ranger movie that came out was official, bro. And they mostly had almost all the characters in there. I mean, but who's the only original
Power Rangers story because of the last one they left off on? They still got to make a part 2 to it. The last Power Rangers they made, the new one, they got to make a second storyline. I mean, a second movie for it to continue the storyline.
They're not doing it.
They're not doing it. New one.
They put the Green Rangers shit in the background.
Nah, that one I like that one. I like
that one. They did good.
One.
But now they gotta continue the storyline. So now we're gonna see what happens with the next movie of the Power Rangers from where they left off with the teens. So now we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, they gotta meet.
But they're not. That's what I'm telling you. They're not gonna do that.
Then if they don't do that, see that's like
they're not re-lifting off from where it was before.
See if they don't do that though, see that's stupid then, because it's like doing the Transformers thing. It's like he's leaving it, even though you left it off on somewhat like a cliffhanger type shit. Like that don't make sense.
The thing is, Saban was the leader of. Basically the creator of Power Rangers almost, because it's Super Sentai before Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It was Japanese version, and Saban was the owner who made the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But Saban is so greedy, he was ready to do a 5-deal movie. 5 deals, so 5 movies, bro, with all these Rangers from the last movie they did. The first one, they make a box office cut, so they could not make the sale to make a second movie. But on the second, but when it came to the toys, they sold more toys than they did on the movie, which is even more crazier.
Oh yeah. That's a
And
fact.
then guess who picks it up? So it's Saban sells Power Rangers again after he just bought it. And then what he does? He sells it to Hasbro. Now Hasbro has it, and they're making the movies.
Shit, like
But at the end of the day,
it's
they're not gonna
stressful,
continue. They're not gonna
bro.
continue the one with
Bro,
Becky G. They're not gonna do any of that shit. They're not gonna continue their storyline. It would have been great. I would love to see the Green Ranger because in the ending scene they show the Green Ranger supposed to be in a room, but they only show his coat. But that would have been great. Hell yeah, to see the Green Ranger in action, but they're not gonna do it. So it's a full reboot all over again, which is crazy. But you know, at the end of the day, maybe they might do something better. Like I said,
Oh, man.
give a little nostalgia, but make it to where we like it. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's acceptable. Don't destroy the brand. Then you're
yeah.
gonna change something.
But that's what I was saying. That's also what I
It's
was
not
getting at.
worth that.
People that recreate shit, they mess it up by trying to do too much, and then they try to change up too many things. It's like there's nothing wrong with adding stuff, like you were saying and stuff, but they overdo it, and then they end up messing up the storyline and not trying to get to the point where they need to be to continue it. Like that's where they fuck up their storylines with when recording shit. But before we go to the next topic, anybody else has any thoughts before we go on to the next topic? No.
What you guys were saying before this?
We was talking about toys.
What were you guys saying before I came on?
We was talking about like toys. We were talking about
how they were made and shit.
Yeah, the material, like all that. We was talking about how
Oh,
the
yeah.
toys back then is never gonna be the same it is now because of the material, the way they make them, you know, all that stuff. Like what we had back then, like they actually had characters to it. Like
Technology changes everything.
yeah, and that's what sucks because back then it made them be more creative to sell it. Now it's just like boom, done, and they don't care. There's
Look
no
at the
thought that goes.
difference. Look at the difference from the McDonald's toys that they used to have from now and then. Big difference. The plastic
Hell
is
yeah.
The
different.
McDonald's toys.
All that
It's
shit.
major.
The
The paint
McDonald's
they have is different.
dinosaurs
Mm-hmm.
that transform into the fucking cups and the burger.
Yo, that shit was old. But hold on, let me.
The Moon Man. Remember the Moon Man?
The what?
Oh
The
yeah.
Moon Man.
Moon Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Who didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
catching
any of you
myself.
guys ever had the wrestler stretches? The stretchy wrestlers?
The
Yeah, that's
Armstrong,
what we
Never
were
had
talking
the
those?
about.
stretch, the stretch
Yeah, the
Armstrongs.
Armstrong shit. Yeah, remember those shits? Yeah, I remember I had
Stretch
like two of them bitches. I used to beat the shit out of them fucking shit like crazy.
What about the old school robot boxers? What was the name of it? The
The
one where you
Rock'em Boxer, the Rock'em Sock'ems.
click the buttons and then
The
the robot.
Rock'em Sock'ems.
Oh no, he's
Cool.
talking about
No,
no, he's talking about the
Rock'em
robot.
Sock'em.
like that.
He's talking
Rock'em
about
Sock'em.
I'm talking about the
no, he's
old
talking
school.
about the red and blue robot.
Yeah, Rock'em Sock'em.
The
He's talking
new
about
school one is called Rock of
No, it's
Soccer.
not, bro. Nigga, Rock'em Sock'em is those things that were the
That's
big pillowcases you get to punch the
no,
kids
that's
with.
that's
And it was
soccer
like,
bop.
but Rock'em Sock'em. What?
That's
Oh, okay,
soccer
that's
bopping.
Bocking.
That's a
More
soccer
than,
bop.
more than a pillow fight. You could blow it on
Sasha,
my
show my
fucking
screen.
hand
Sasha,
fight.
show my
Yeah,
screen.
remember that shit?
Yeah, girl, you
It
gonna have
was
to
that.
kind of yo-yo.
Look, Rock'em Sock'em. It's you got the blue Rock'em Sock'em. It says it right there.
They changed it.
I never had
Look, if you notice, they changed the names
those,
too.
but it
Anyway, but yeah, those joints. Those were the old school
But my-
joints.
Yeah, it's Rock'em. It's Rock'em Sock'em. It was made by Battelle.
Remember skip it?
You're lagging in and out, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get to the room.
Oh, he froze. Oh, there he is.
I'm in the parking lot right now, so it's starting to cut a little. But when I get out of there, it probably turn back on. So if you don't hear me,
Oh,
just keep talking.
what you gonna do in the parking lot?
So the next question is, what toys do you remember from back in the days if you could bring it back and why?
Transformers, the very ones that took us hours.
Yeah,
Which one?
I agree with that. I feel like it was more of a
Bring it
challenge.
back.
Yeah, bring it back.
Hmm.
Just like how you
Wait,
do.
but why?
Because it
Just
was
what?
more of a challenge.
Well, you didn't say why.
Because it's a
It was more
challenge. It
fun.
challenged
What if you
us.
bring back?
Like, okay, compared to the new Transformers that they make now, which is 8 steps, just a twist and turn, 8 steps. But we used to sit there for hours transforming from standing up to a car, which took us an hour.
My
I
bad.
want them to
Oh,
see what
okay.
we went through,
Well,
basically.
I guess you're
Honestly,
cutting off on my side. I cannot hear you too well. Hold on, give me a second.
I feel like if they had to bring back one toy for me, that would be like the ones from back in the day, not the ones they do have now. But y'all remember the one with the little magnet balls, and then they had it was like the little sticks. It's kind of like it's not Legos, but they had like you were able to create different things with them. Like the magnets were strong, and you had the pieces with the two magnets on the ends of it, and you could build stuff with it. You could build like a Eiffel
Yeah,
Tower
yeah.
if you wanted. You could do.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I
Mhm.
forgot the name of it.
Didn't they try to remake them recently?
Yeah, they did. They did remake them, but it's not the same. Like that's what I said. The ones they have now is not nowhere near the same that they had from back in the day. Back in the day, definitely those were better than the ones now.
Bro, I don't get it. Like, bro, like kids nowadays that are younger than like 13, they won't know what the hell we all went through back in the day with toys and just in general.
Mm-mm. That's the crazy part. It's like, yo, y'all remember the dinosaur in the toy store or over there in Times Square? I forgot the exact spot though.
The big one, right? You had the Ferris wheel in it.
Yeah, the one with the Ferris wheel and the dinosaur that moves.
Mm-hmm. What was
Then
you
What are you
saying?
talking about?
The
take them.
dinosaur, the
What?
big ass dinosaur in there.
What in Toys R Us?
The big ass Toys
Yeah,
R Us
the
on I
big
believe
one over there with
on
the
20
Ferris wheel and
on
the dinosaur.
27th. The big.
Yeah, yeah, the first one, Toys
Mm-hmm.
R Us.
See, did they take it down though? Because I haven't
Oh
been there.
yeah, I believe they closed
No.
it down. I believe they
They
closed it
closed
down.
down Toys R Us over there. Yeah, they closed it down. There's no more Toys R Us.
See, that's what sucks. Because now kids nowadays won't know what the fuck that was back then either. Yo, that shit was lit when I walked in there. What? Any kid that went in there was lit. They had everything. They also had the candy shop up in there. They had they had the restaurant up in there. Yo,
They had a
lit
lot of old shit in there.
show. What? I'm mad, son, because that shit was lit.
Ooh.
She did like
Toys R Us is no more. Now it's what? Now it's Baby R Us.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Baby R Us they been had, but they didn't take that franchise down. They took down Toys R Us, but
Toys
Baby
R
R Us is still fucking up. Like that don't make sense,
They they, they they got now they're more worried. They're like more concerned about babies now.
right?
Like what kind of message are you trying to put like get across? Like you trying to have other kids get pregnant? Like fuck out of here.
Right? Like, have more babies to come to Baby R Us.
It worked.
Yeah, right. Fucking Toys R Us was the shit.
Yes,
Toys
you heard.
R Us will forever be the shit, no matter what anybody says. Remember the days we would be able to walk in there and try out the drag race fucking the shit you lay in the mini go-karts, but you lay in them. You could try them out in Toys R Us. All that like you were able to be more free with shit.
You remember the what is it? Fucking Ah,
Ah,
it's an old school, the old school toys that they used to show commercials for.
Was it the bean?
No, it came out every Christmas. Every Christmas.
Um,
It was a green with a green sign.
greens.
I forgot the name. The Hasbro trucks. The
Oh, the Christmas trucks that you
truck,
able to have.
yeah, the Christmas trucks and everything. Those are still out today, bro. Like the new version, but them they've been around for years.
Years, bro. When I was
Years.
younger, that was what I liked. I used to get, and then when my mom had my brother, he was in love with trucks, so he would always get a Hasbro truck for Christmas every Christmas. He had all of them. He had the big joint. He had the one that had you could click the button and it would move on its own. He had the one that had like the mini one with He had like majority of them. I remember they had the Tonka trucks joints. They don't have those no more. They don't have Tonka trucks no more.
Nah, they all any trucks that you see now, they're like plastic. There's no metal whatsoever.
Nope.
Back in the days, I used to use them as a foot scooter.
And they would go around. Thanks. And go
Yeah,
around with
go
them like
around.
you skate
I
and shit.
could, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I could put my knee on one of them and push with the other leg and be like, yeah, nigga. Sharp turns.
Those were the lit days, man. What? Oh man,
Word.
there was another
They don't make big.
Huh?
They don't make big wheels like they used to either.
Nope. What about the beans? You remember the beans? The custom
The what?
beans?
you
The
talking about the
custom
beans that
beats.
flipped?
The beans, yeah, the beans that flip. They had like
Yeah, they
collectible
had like
toys
they
from
had
the
some
back in
shit
the day.
in it, and it used to flip. But that Insane will remember that. That was a little bit after.
No, that was back in the day. That was
Oh
with
yeah,
the
they did. But they ended up remaking them. I remember. I definitely remember them.
remakes. Insane. It was like
What
this.
was it?
It looked like a little pill. It looked like a pill, but a big pill, and it had
Mm-hmm.
design characters on it. And them joys they used to roll on themselves, and they had like
Mighty
obstacles
Beans.
they used to come with back in the day.
Mighty Beans.
Mighty Beans was the name.
Let me see the picture.
Hold on, I
Pop
got
it up.
the.
Share it on the screen.
Steven, you froze again, bro.
What do you look
You
like?
froze like you trying to take a white boy picture.
Look.
Those
These
joints.
shit.
You remember those?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Yeah, you
remember
remember
those.
how they had those when you used to go to the old Toys R Us, they had like a spot dedicated for people just doing tricks with those shits and obstacle courses.
Yeah.
And there was
Yeah, I remember
there was
those.
another toy too. What was that other joint, bro?
Which one?
Damn, what the fuck? What was that other joint? Yo, y'all gotta remember it. There's no way. Well, Insane probably would, but and it's even. Oh man, in Toys R Us, you know how the big one they had stations for each, almost like the big known toys that they had people that knew how to use them properly, and they would do the tricks with them.
Yeah.
There was one that was similar to the Bean, but it wasn't Bean. It was some other shit. But it was a popular
The
one.
skateboards,
The tech decks.
the popping, the
Not
skateboards that you use your fingers.
well, the tech decks, those were dope too. I used to collect them too, but then my brother ended up destroying them. Anyway, but those were one too. But then there was another one. Oh man, fuck.
Which ones?
Ah,
Do you remember? Like, what was it? What was the item?
I'm trying to remember it. Oh my god, fuck it, it's gonna take a while. Anyway, whatever. Oh man, what about y'all ever bought the crystal balls? That
Oh,
you-
the magic ball.
yeah, that they had back in the day that you were able to use too.
I have bought it.
They don't do that. They don't do
I
that.
just
shit
couldn't
anymore.
figure out how to use that shit.
It word. Oh, okay. I was reading what Steven was saying.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Trying to read. But there was a couple of toys back then, bro, that I would just walk by and I would be like, yo, that shit it's dope. Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it? The majority of the time is a no. But you can look and play
That
it, but
shit
you
is
can't
any
get
kid. That's like any kid.
I
Yeah,
used to
but
have the
I feel
old
like back
school
then those were the best.
puppet,
The what?
What?
Huh?
the puppets with the strings.
Oh,
The hand puppets?
I used to have puppets, bro. The hand pup.
Make
No,
you walk and
with the
shit.
strings that you got the. They
Like the
got
Puppet
Oh,
the
Master,
you had
like
a
fucking.
poltergeist.
What?
Yeah, like you had
Huh?
to actually move it.
Uh,
yeah,
You
Talk
had
about
to actually
the
move
Puppet
it.
Master
yeah,
with
the
controlling the
yeah,
dog.
the puppet master shit. Some
Those were
Pinocchio
dope.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
I have not
Fact.
stopped smiling because I'm reminiscing
I
on
had those.
all this shit back
Oh, it
then.
didn't work.
Those were the good days.
You're making me want to watch a
Those
Transformers
were the
movie.
good days.
I'm still on
Yo,
Transformers.
I got the old school Transformer series in the metal casing, the Ultimate Edition. I have them in the back room with the rest of my movies. I got them shit. I got that
I
shit in the
never
metal
had the
box.
collection, but I got more of like Power Rangers DVDs. I got Smallville DVDs, like Superman's. I got all 10 seasons. Like those were like my nostalgias. I was into the DC more than Marvel when I was younger, but now it became Marvel because Marvel killing it through with live action though. The
Mhm.
cartoons, DC's way better, way better.
Yeah, that's for sure.
DC movies be sick. Like they be doing some crazy shit, but I don't know how they can put out a good movie. I don't understand.
They
I
play
don't
games.
understand what it is. But then again, it is hard to make a Superman movie. What Superman has honestly ever really been good? It's like they give you a good storyline and something, but everything's the same. Most of the time, this
Mhm.
dude's
The only
Lois
good
Lane or some shit like that. Not even not Keanu Reeves, Christopher Reeves shits were good like that. Like those are corny shit too. But based off the Superman and making their own show and using their own storylines to save people and shit, using Lois Lane and shit like that as the reporter and blah blah blah.
the only good run DC ever had with like live action movies was Batman.
So not even Batman was like that for me.
Batman was it was
Every
good, but
every
I wouldn't say they
No,
can't go hand in hand.
only the Arkham Knight one with this dude that played Joker.
Oh, what you think that's you? What that's your best Batman?
Wait,
My
No,
best
well,
Batman, believe it or not, is
you talking about
fucking
Arkham Knight?
this nigga that just did Justice League. That's my best Batman for some reason. Oh, what's his name?
Ben
fuck.
Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Yeah, I felt like he was a
No,
better Batman than
that's
all of
no,
them.
no. Ben Affleck will always be the best Batman. But I'm just saying, like in my
I would say the
opinion,
best Batman, but from the recent ones, he was the best one.
yeah.
Because
No, the only other
Nah, we
the
talking about
Joker wise,
classics.
the
That's
yeah, the
what
Joker,
makes it
classics is
classic.
different.
yeah.
Yeah, classics is different. Like,
That's what I'm
Batman
saying.
was fun. Like he was a good Batman.
But
But when it comes to the new joints,
the dude who played fuck, I can't remember his name, but the dude who played Joker in Arkham Knight,
Heath Ledger.
that's there you go. I couldn't remember his name. I knew it was something Heath, but he's one of the greatest Jokers all time. He's the
I don't
care
recent
what no
best
one
Joker.
says.
But I ain't gonna lie, this Joker that played last time, I didn't see the full movie because I can't watch the
Oh, what, Loiter Squad?
But no, the Joker that was in Joker, the regular Joker, it was pretty dope. Like the Joker with this guy, this nigga when he was just a clown and he was being thing where he wasn't.
Oh,
You talking about the
okay.
new Joker
That was a
was
good Joker.
Yeah, he's another good
the
one.
one that recorded
But
in
he's his own. But he was his own Joker in his
Yeah,
own
he's his
way.
own. You got to
You know what I'm
remember.
saying? Like it wasn't like a
Remember-
DC thing.
No, you know what's crazy? You got to remember, Joker is always someone different. It's not the same Joker.
Yeah, it's never the same Joker. Well,
It's
they
never
say
the
that,
same
but then
Joker.
again, they use the same name. Apparently,
Yeah,
like, they use the same first name and shit. When they say, "Oh no, it's really
Doppelganger.
him," and shit like that.
Didn't like it. I didn't like the new one.
I didn't
The
like
new
it.
one
Yeah,
was
people
I
were
was
alright.
saying they didn't
disappointed
really
in
like
it.
it either. I like
I
the
didn't
new one.
I didn't
I
like the
definitely like
Joker.
the new one.
Like that
And
shit was
it's-
weird.
I
It's
wouldn't
very
say he was
mind.
better than
I
Heath
admire
Ledger.
what he
Heath
did for
Ledger
the
was a
art,
sick
but
Joker. Like he was sick in his fucking head.
He never had it. I just didn't like the way they put the story. Like he never had a I mean, even though it's their version of it, and I could respect
Yeah,
that, but
that's what it was, basically.
he never had a laughing disorder.
You said what? A
He
laughing
never
disorder?
had a
Right? Like
laughing
He
disorder,
never.
he was just he was just laughing, just
and he
lavishly.
wasn't
Like, yeah,
bony.
he
He,
never
he
had it.
wasn't bony as shit either.
More
You see the anorexic looking nigga? Like, come on.
they
My
you know
bad. I
what
said it
they,
again.
he explained how he explained. Yo, I'm gonna add a bleep noise. You know, like,
Yeah, but I have to bleep to that shit.
That's
but
Nigga,
but like
he did
he
pretty
explained
good
what he
though.
had to do for that part. Like he didn't eat anything like at all. He could only drink
Yeah.
water. He fasted only with water. He never ate
yeah.
anything.
He
And
was just
during in between
being like he
films,
had a different Joker too.
like that shit is crazy. That's what I'm saying. I admire what he did for the part, but the movie, I don't know. I just didn't like
What they did was give
That
the
dancing part
character.
in the bathroom, bro.
it.
That dancing shit. That shit was stupid. That
All they
shit
did
was
was give
stupid.
him a character. Just all
What
they
the
did was
fuck
give him a
is
character for that shit.
that nigga
Like
was
all they
like?
did was put that.
He was like,
Somebody got talking like
what the hell is that? That's not Joker, bro. This nigga's like, the fuck?
all right when he was.
That was
Oh
not the
yeah, I
Joker,
remember.
bro.
That's funny.
It
Why
That
am
was
I
cool
hearing?
when
dancing
he shot
scene in the bathroom, bro.
when he shot this guy in the fucking face. He did us pull the
Oh, when he
gun out and
shot the
just
guy
like
in the face, that
boom,
was cool.
blasted him in his face. That was a sick shit to do.
That
That
was
was
cool.
crazy.
But there's parts I didn't like. There's parts I didn't like. I didn't like the movie in general. I just because the way they portrayed him. That's it. He's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. He did a
Amazing.
great
Hmm.
job. Did an amazing job. But for me, and for my opinion, my preference, I didn't like it.
Facts. Yo, who's talking?
That's the car.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a GPS. I'm like, yo, am I going
Mhm.
crazy? What am I hearing? I'm like, yo, do I have something on over here that I don't know about? That's why I kept asking, yo, what am I hearing? Is that y'all? Like, I was bugging.
What's the next question?
It's already on. It's
Oh shit.
going
All
back.
right. So if they were to make live action movies of old cartoons, would you watch it? Would you watch it?
Uh, Depending on what cartoon and how they do it.
So you want to
All right. I'll give you like two Thundercats and Silverhawks.
Mm. Silverhawks, no, they would fuck that up. Steven, you're talking. Your mic is muted. If they did
I was talking
Silverhawks,
about that's
it
right.
would definitely not come out good. Nah. Thundercats, if they were to redo it live action,
Mm-mm.
if
I can't.
they would have to go, like we said, they would have to go
can't do
OD
it.
hard.
I can't do it.
It would need to live up to the cartoon. Like there's
Listen,
no way.
That would be lit
both,
though. I would like to see some shit like that.
I
But
can't see.
yeah,
both
like you
of
said,
them.
CGI is gonna be
If
actually hard.
if you had
Can't do it.
the the directors that did all the Marvel movies.
Mhm.
Now, if you were to
The
take
Russo
them
brothers.
and let them do it, they stick to the script and use the technology they have with the CGI and everything, I think it'll come out dope.
If they stick to the storyline and they don't sit here try to add on shit and they just try to do a live action and do it properly, then maybe I would fuck with it. I just to see how it is, but I think it would come out dope if they stood to the story of Thundercats, not sitting here trying to change shit. None of that. Keep it to the way it was, but just bring in live action. You know what I mean?
Conan.
That would then yeah, I would watch it. But Silverhawks, I feel like nah. They got
What
it. They
about
Conan.
what about Conan also, but uh Voltron.
Mm.
I would fucking watch the fuck out of that.
If they did Voltron, that would
That was
be
my
fire.
shit.
I
For
what?
sure.
But like I said, if
Ultron
they're
would
gonna
be
do
the
it, they
shit.
gotta stick to the storyline though.
Big
I'm not
ass
trying to have
robots.
see motherfuckers saying trying to switch up shit. Well, let me just add this real quick. No, stick to the fucking storyline, bitch.
Yo, y'all ever watched the Mighty Ducks cartoon?
Of course.
That was my shit. That
Mighty
was
Ducks
The
my
Mighty Ducks cartoon, yeah.
motherfucking
Uh-huh.
cartoon. Yeah, with the big nigga with the gold, and they all got like gold masks and shit like that, and then the full beak. Crazy.
Yeah.
That was one of my joints. But if they made that into a
Oh.
live action, that'd probably be lit too.
You know what's
I would've
something?
seen that.
There's already a Mighty Ducks movie with kids, but not the
Yeah, that's the
not
Mighty
the
Ducks movie. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
movie.
regular shit, but not the and that's an old
They need to
nostalgic movie
remake.
too.
Mm-hmm.
They need to remake Howard the Duck.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh,
I was just gonna say that.
I haven't heard Howard in a minute.
Howard
Yo,
the Duck.
how
That's
was
my
that?
shit.
That son
Yo,
of yo,
wait,
he
wait,
was that
you know Marvel owns that, right? Marvel owns Howard
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Duck.
But
So
yeah.
it would be a
He's a
Marvel
Marvel
movie.
character.
It would be a Marvel movie.
He's a Marvel character.
Bro, if they remake that, well, it depends. It
Nah.
depends.
I like the classic. I like
They
the
gotta
classic
do it
movie because
right.
it was funny.
They gotta do it right.
It could be classic, but if they did it again live action, and I feel like if they did it like I said, maybe yeah, you know what? If they stood to the storyline again and they redid it like live action with him, Howard looking more like real, and then everything else looking real, that would be dope.
They showed him a little bit in Guardians of the Galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, they did?
No, and it was Infinity.
Yeah, they
Infinity,
did.
the last one. It was in Infinity. Also, yeah, in Guardians of the Galaxy. You're right. It was in the last movie when they all came out the portals, and in Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, I didn't peep that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture.
If they redo Howard, bro, that shit would be lit. I definitely would fuck with that. I'm not gonna lie.
For a fact, Howard Duck was in Avengers. He's right. I seen that. I remember that. They were using actually in two of the movies, and he was in the end of it. They showed him once, and I think in one of the Captain America movies or whatever, and then the other movie was the last one, I think, or the recent last one. It was the Endgame. I think was at the end of Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame.
And
But I think they showed him again just before that though. But I think they did, or they said they were supposed to cameo him, and they never really did it until now, until Endgame. But I don't know if it was the second one. But yeah, that shit would be dope if Howard Duck.
Yeah, no, they showed them in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm gonna share my
I
screen
think
right
it was
now.
So that was the other time then. So all right. So
Wait, I'm gonna share I'm gonna show you the Guardians of the Galaxy one right now.
He was sitting on the desk.
Yeah.
That's shit like that. Yeah, that was the
No,
one
they
did.
have the one on the desk and one. So this is the ones from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
and
and that
then
one was the Endgame.
yeah, this is
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
this one right here.
So I was right.
You
showed us
see,
twice.
they changed him though. He
Yeah.
he don't look like Howard.
Yeah,
He looked like a crackhead version.
that's
He
how.
kind of do, right? Yeah, that's definitely him. Like, he just like he looked more real there in a way. Like, he looked like more
He looked like
alive than he did like a cartoon. Anyways, that's why it probably enhanced him.
Like this just looks like a midget though. I'm just being
It was a
honest.
midget. It was a midget in the costume,
Yeah,
nigga.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Remember the part where they strip him, nigga, and he's like, that's a midget. It was a midget.
That's wild.
He was a midget in a suit, bro. That shit was funny.
I don't understand. I never understood the suit. I never did.
Yeah.
Like, I never understood what was the suit.
Oh,
for.
the suit?
Yeah, he was just always in it.
Oh, right
yeah,
here.
I forgot about what was that for.
This was
He was a
the
businessman.
this was Endgame.
Yeah, that was Endgame. But I don't think that's really in there. I think that was put in there.
No, that is really in the Endgame. You could go pause the movie and find it.
That'd be crazy if he was in that. Niggas going hard like that. They probably pulled
Howard really got that pussy.
Ma, you want Miles? Babe, you want Miles?
What?
movies of old
Yeah,
action cartoons.
I want Miles.
I think that you know what they should come out with a Gargoyles movie. That'll be fire,
Oh, yeah, bro,
fire,
that shit would
bro.
be lit.
Gargoyles, man.
Oh,
Old
Yo, Gargoyles be
school
so crazy.
gargoyles.
I come at yo. Oh my god, bro.
A
A
beast. They all
fucking
monsters.
gargoyle live action that would be fucking sick. With the amount of either if they do a full body suit of them, like they have the materials to do it nowadays and make it look mad realistic. Like that would be fucking lit. That would be lit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you could
Oh,
That would be lit.
you could
it
do
would be
partial.
more crazy. Well, if his voice was in it too, the same guy that did the voice of
Mhm.
him and shit like that. Which is you know that guy. He's the black guy that always plays the general all the time. He was in
yeah.
Yeah.
Armageddon. He was a general in Armageddon. The black
hmm
deep voice guy. He plays his voice.
You know what's not speaking
Facts.
of gargoyle? What if they redid Gremlins?
Gremlins was live action.
But no, but like, what if they redid it? I'm saying,
Oh
Mm,
Oh,
yeah,
to
that's
like
nah.
update it.
yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I would see that.
yeah.
I
Me
would see.
too.
I would see that.
I would see that.
No,
I could
I
see
would
that
too. Those are
looking
my
more
shit.
real
Them
instead
shits
of
are
like
fire too.
animatronic looking. Because remember when you saw when they moved their mouth or a blink, you could tell it was
They were
animatronic.
actually good. Like but they were
yeah,
like little Furbies and shit like that.
yeah.
Then
They
they
were
had the
That's why
basically
they made the Furbies
yeah,
for children now.
yeah,
They
they
try
had
to
the
like make it
Furby
feel like,
looking
oh my
shit. But they
nah.
weren't called
The
Furbies. They were called what were those things called? They were called
Mugwise,
Magua.
no what?
Mugwise, Mugwise.
No, in the show in the movie they called it something else.
Mugwise,
It was with the little thing with the ear and it was cute. Like it was like a little like
Mugwai,
Yeah,
no,
Mogwais.
bro. That was his
Mugwise.
name?
It was that was an
Yeah, they
actual
were
animal
Mogwais.
name, but his name
Yeah,
was
I don't remember the
Mogwais.
Gizmo.
name of it.
Gizmo,
Gizmo,
Gizmo.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking Gizmo,
But
His name is
yeah.
Gizmo, but
yeah,
he's a
but
Mogwai.
yeah, his name is
I didn't
Gizmo.
remember the name of I was thinking Gizmo, but him, yeah, that little
Yeah,
cute Furby thing.
yeah.
That
You're
shit,
gonna make me
but
pull it up.
yeah, that's like if they made another
You
movie,
know,
I'd definitely watch that.
you
I
know
used to
what's funny
always
though
watch that shit.
that we talk
And
about
Gremlins.
that.
What?
It's funny that we talk about that because Gremlins is actually they're myth creatures too, mythical creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's what they
remember
say.
seeing something like an animal that looked like they had their skin, but I don't know about the creature itself. Like something that had their type of skin, because you know that shit looks scaly and like a green shit or whatever it was. They look like mad ugly shit. But I remember this animal out there, but I don't know about the exact. I don't know if that grim shit has
Or
existed. But if they came up with that, I definitely would. I definitely watch it.
Yeah, Steven, this is what you're talking about right over here. Sasha, pull it up. This is the character Steven is talking about. Right, yeah. Gizmo.
Gizmo.
yeah, that's Gizmo.
And then you got
It's a
these ugly
Mogwai.
fucks.
It's a gremlin.
Remember when those motherfuckers blew up?
You remember when they threw the lady out the window off her chair? They threw her out the house.
Yo, those movies are dumb old. I don't even think you even know about that shit.
Who, me?
Oh,
Of course. What?
Way before. Those are like way before your time.
Bro, no, I'm an old soul.
Snurry, do you have family that just showed you shit?
with that being said, make sure everybody watching right now, don't forget to drop those likes on the stream, also on the video when you're rewatching on the episodes. Download them, listen to them. Also, make sure to check out the Spotify channel and go ahead, comment down below when you get the chance or when you rewatch it. Also, don't forget to share the streams out. Please make sure you do that. Also, subscribe, follow on everyone's social medias, our medias. We are Gather Around Arena. We're not done yet, but we're making sure that you guys know what's the dealio. We're going to take a short break, and it's not going to be that long, but you guys are going to watch this quick clip. Just make sure you go ahead and do what those instructions are showing you.
Subscribe. Do it now. Like, share, and comment.
Hit
Share
that
with your
bell
friends.
icon. Do it. Hit it.
All right. So our next question is: if they
Yo,
were to take all the old school cartoons
I want to
down
get
for
this.
good to replace it with the new school, would you be mad?
Would you be mad?
I want to get this.
Yeah, I think I would be.
That's fucking
They
sick.
took out all my classic cartoons. Like I'm actually glad they have Boomerang still because they bring back all the old classic cartoons.
Yes, sir. That's my
But
shit.
if they were to take that down, bro, I will be heated, bro.
I don't even think I would be
Like you
heated.
can't
It sucks if they take Saturday cartoons away, bro. Those were the shit. Saturday cartoons
you
was it.
just can't take old classic cartoons that we grew up on. Like I even had my daughter watch certain cartoons like that, and she knows about all the old school cartoons. You know,
That's why I be trying to get Zane on that thing. I was trying to put him on Looney Tunes, but he's not stuck on that one yet. He was watching Animaniacs for a little bit, but it's takes some time.
word.
I feel like if they were to take all the old school joints down, I would be mad because definitely want my kids to watch some of the shows that I grew up on too. You know what I mean? Especially like when it came to, I mean, the new school stuff is cool and all, but I definitely want my children to definitely be able to watch what I grew up watching too. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be absolutely dope. And plus, to me, it wouldn't make sense because now they're trying to erase history more than before, no, more than what they're trying to do now.
That's a fact.
That would be more what upsets me because at the end of the day, this is what made the eras continue as the years went on. So why the hell would they go and take all that down? You know what I mean? Like that's a
Facts.
disrespect to everybody in their creativity. One, two, the amount of hard work they made back in the day with whatever they had to make that some history now. Like that shit it would make me mad. Like that makes sense.
Oh, like speaking of like old stuff and like bringing old stuff back, but also taken away at the same time. They had took away dinosaurs for a while, and they just put it back up on Disney. Most likely, yeah, you should all already know what that is. The dinosaurs. It was kind of like animatronics, but I believe people were in this. I don't know if people were. You know what I'm talking about, though.
What?
It
Yeah,
was
dinosaurs, the ones
dinosaurs.
the costumes.
Not the mama, not the
Like
mama,
not the mama. Yeah.
not the mama. They just put
The
that back
baby
That was
was
up.
my shit
animatronic.
too.
Yeah.
The
They tried
baby
to,
No.
was animatronic.
yeah.
Um. You know when
Everybody
they
else were actors in the
Everybody
suit.
I don't.
else wear costumes.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember specifically if I don't remember what year exactly they took this away either. Fucking Alf.
They didn't take it away.
Alpha.
They
They
no, but
played.
Alf isn't
Oh,
on TV
Alf
no
is
more.
the ugly
No,
thing.
he's
Yeah,
not.
the
No,
ugly
he's not.
looking,
But you would
the
have to
pig
go.
nose.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Online, but not on TV.
Yeah.
Not on
I
like
remember
no
Alf.
platforms.
You know what they don't got either? Freakazoid, none of that stuff. Like, remember that?
Freakazoid, yeah,
Freakazoid.
they don't have to.
We don't got
That's
no more Ren and
Freakazoid.
Stimpy.
Freakazoid.
Two Stupid
Ren and Stimpy
Dogs.
was my shit.
Hell yeah, Two
Two
Stupid
stupid
Dogs was
dogs.
my shit.
But
What's that girl? And then she was like, shut up! Some shit like that, like screaming at them and shit. Like, yeah, they got mad shit out there that they got away.
Samurai
Even
Jack.
Powerpuff Girls was lit. Dexter's Laboratory was lit. Like,
Samurai Jack.
yeah,
Samurai Jack was definitely lit. They even came out with a remake, right? When he was older, they made
I
him older.
believe so.
Yeah, they
I
made him an
don't.
older
yeah, they
thing.
made him older.
I don't know.
But it was only like a couple of episodes, and then they just stopped.
I don't know.
Dragon Ball Z, that was
You see,
definitely it.
now that they
Even though
can't
it's
remake.
still continuing, it's just like I think
Yeah.
they do. I feel like you can't beat any more than that. What they're doing, like they went too far of making the universe so powerful that
Yeah.
who's gonna be powerful than any of them after that? Like you can't make Goku be. The story has to end sometime.
Yo, my phone is about to die out, bro.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah.
really just did our mark. So
Yeah.
shout out to everybody that came through the podcast, show some love, or shout out to those that are gonna rewatch it as well. Shout out to those that are listening to the audio right now on Spotify and Buzzsprout and everything. We appreciate you all truly. Don't forget to go ahead. Also, always support us, and we always will support you. We love and appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And don't forget to, most important thing, share the streams out. It truly helps us a lot. And subscribe. Let people know. Let your friends know. Let your grandmas know. Let your brothers and sisters, dogs, your aunties, your grandfathers, everybody. Let everybody know. We are going to be the #1 podcast. I promise y'all. We're gonna get up there, and y'all gonna love every bit of it. We appreciate everybody. With that being said, it's been Gathered Around Arita and the crew, and we're out. Yeah. Oh, don't forget, those that are rewatching the video, go ahead and click these buttons right here, which is the recent videos, and hit the little circle right down below. That's the profile picture. It'll bring you directly to the channel on YouTube. And don't forget, hit that bell icon so that way you get notified every time we end or upload or go live.
And go check out the links, all of ours right now. Go tell your distant cousins. Now
go check them out. We appreciate you all. We will see y'all later. Make sure.